Hey team, welcome to the numbers game. I'm Coach T, and in this tutorial, we'll be solving for the missing sides and angles of a triangle using the law of cosine. So without further ado, let's hop right on in and take a look at this example. So here's our triangle. We're given some information, but there is a lot that we don't know. So let's just start by taking inventory of what we're given and what we're not given. Starting with our angles, we see that our angle A is missing. We don't know our angle A. And our angle B is also missing. However, we are actually given angle C, which equals 72 degrees. In terms of our sides, we have a side A that equals 12, a side B that equals 15, and we actually don't know our side C. So we'll be solving for two angles and one side. Now, taking a look at our cosine laws, we see that the third law is the one that makes the most sense to start with. This one makes the most sense, in my opinion, to start with because all of the variables that we have on the right side of our equal sign are variables that we're given. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start plugging into our formula. So plugging into the formula, c squared equals a squared, which is 144, plus b squared, 225, minus 2ab, which equals 360, times the cosine of angle C, which we are given as 72. Simplifying, 144 plus 225 equals 369, minus 360, and then I use my calculator to find the cosine of 72, and I got 0.309. Simplifying further, we have 369 minus 360 times 0.309, which is 111.24. And then finally, when we subtract these two numbers, we get 257.76. Our last step requires that we square root both sides. And this gives us a final answer of 16.05. I actually want to round all of my answers to the nearest whole number. So for the purposes of this video, C equals 16. So at this point, we have all of the sides in our triangle, and now it's time to solve for angles A and B. Given the information that we have, we could honestly solve for angle A or B at this point. I'm going to go ahead and move forward with B first. So to solve for the angle B, we'll use our second cosine law, that is b squared equals a squared plus c squared minus 2 times a times c times the cosine of angle B. Plugging in, we get b squared, which is 225, equals a squared, which is 144, plus c squared, 256, minus 2ac, 384, times the cosine of B. Simplifying, we have 225 equals 144 plus 256, which gives us an even 400, minus 384 times cosine B. I'll subtract 400 from both sides to give us negative 175 equals negative 384 cosine of B. Next, we'll divide negative 384 on both sides to give us 0.4557, which is going to equal cosine of B. To get B by itself, we'll find the inverse of cosine of 0.4557, which gives us a final answer of 62.8. We are rounding to the nearest whole number, so that gives us a final answer of 63 degrees for the angle B. So the final thing we need to solve for is angle A. Of course, we'll use our first cosine law. It's the only one we haven't used yet. That is a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2 times b times c times the cosine of angle A. So plugging into our formula, we have a squared, of course, 144, which equals b squared, 225, plus c squared, 256, minus 2bc, that's going to give us 480, times cosine of A. Simplifying, we get 225 plus 256, which gives us 481, minus 480 times cosine of A. Next, we'll subtract 481 from both sides to give us negative 337, which is equal to negative 480 times cosine of A. We'll divide negative 480 from both sides, which gives us 0.702. Lastly, we'll take the inverse of cosine of 0.702, which gives us a final answer of 45.408 for our angle A. Of course, we'll round this to give us a final answer of 45. So there you have it. That's how you use the law of cosine to solve for the missing sides and angles of a triangle. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up, like the video, and subscribe to the channel for more math tutorials. I'm Coach T, and thanks for watching The Numbers Game.